Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Sarah, also known as Laugh Lovely Angela, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I styled our brand new built-ins for the summer season. Now I will say it has taken every ounce of strength in me not to just dive straight into decorating for fall. If you hear some noise, little Miss is in her little not walker, I can't remember what it's called. She's right here, so if you hear any baby noises or such, that's her. But I have had fall on the mind. If you guys follow me over on Instagram, I've been sharing in my stories some fall finds and purchases that I've made. I'm ready for the weather. I'm ready for the cozy decorating. I digress, but I know so many of you guys tuned into the fireplace and built-in reveal video. Again, thank you so very much for all the love and kind words on it. It turned out so good. But if you are new here and you have not seen that, I will have that video linked down in the description below so you guys can check out where we started, what it ended up like as a blank slate. But today we're gonna have some fun with it. And I have never had the opportunity to decorate something as massive as these. So it's gonna be a process. It's a learning curve. I'm doing my best with it. I've never done it before. So any constructive criticism and kind feedback is always welcome. Negativity is not. So just keep that in mind. If you would not say it to somebody's face, don't type it. But let's just get right into the decorating. We've all been waiting for this. Now, because these shelves are so big, you have to go for bigger objects to help fill that space. If you have just tiny little things, it's gonna look very tchotchke, store-like, and just, that's not the vibe we're going for. We are not going in a minimal direction, but not quite maximal. I do want it to look lived in and welcoming, but I still want to showcase some beautiful vintage finds and some new pieces as well. That's how I decorate our home, but just for reference, I'm standing flat on my feet. I don't have shoes on. I am 5'6". These are very, very big shelves. So if you guys ever have any questions about dimensions, height, anything like that, because you're looking to do a project in your home, leave a comment on the video. Send me an email. I'm always happy to help. But when it comes to styling these, I'm going to start off with my really big foundation pieces. So I wanted to add one of these Driftwood pieces. I saw my friend Kate. She has the Etsy shop Gray on Elm, but she also has another Instagram page, Kate Winford Home. Love her style, but she had a Driftwood piece on her built-ins. She has some really big ones as well. And I picked this one up right after I saw hers. So we're gonna add this, and I'm not short, but I sure feel short trying to put this on here. And I just kind of have it ramped up to help give height, but I love the organic texture of the Driftwood. Now, since this shelf is so simple, this one is gonna be more busy, if you'll say. So we're gonna add a few coffee table books that are different colors. Books are a great way to add height, add visual interest, a pop of color, but also they can be themed. If you love gardening, home decor, horses, cars, planes, and anything like that, you can get any type of book to help curate it to your home and your likes that really fit in well with your family. Now, again, I'm not totally styling these to a T how the shelf is going to be. I'm kind of going to jump around a little bit and then do finishing touches. I did take the week and tweak these to make sure that they looked as balanced as I could get them to be. Again, my first time decorating something this large. So I was honestly overwhelmed staring at it, but we've got a book over here, so I'm going to bring one over onto this side now. I think we're going to go, actually no, we're going to go over here. This is the Art of Home book. Just a quick thing, because I'm actually, because of the weather and all the timing, I'm actually filming this the day before you guys see this. Not ideal, but as is life. But Prime Day, there are a ton of coffee table books on sale. I picked up quite a few myself. I definitely need more, but you got to start somewhere. But I will have a bunch linked down below. And anything else that I can have linked, I will. If it's an antique vintage find, I will try to find something similar for you. Now this shelf, I'm going for a layered look, and I have these iron stirrups that I got from Golden Oldies, and so many of you were able to get them too. They had 2 different variations of them, so I wanted to have a layered look. When it comes to any type of styling in my home, but specifically something as large scale as this, definitely hone in on different textures for variation, visual interest. So I love looking for textiles, iron, woven, stone, wood. Definitely incorporate different elements. You don't need to have every element in one part of the shelf, but just keep that in mind when you're doing something as large scale as this, that it helps break it up and not look just very redundant, and it looks pretty. Now down here, I have this really beautiful carved wooden piece. I got this from Hannah Naylor. I love her channel. She's another one that sources vintage and antique finds and pairs it with new items. And the way that she curates things and styles them is so unique and so beautiful, so inspirational. I love her channel. I know many of you do too, but she sometimes, as she's going through, finds items and does an Instagram story sale. So this was one of the things I also picked up from her, and I love it. I have never found anything quite like this, and it's such a beautiful focal piece for this. It is darker, as is my built-ins, so it can get, I don't want to say lost, but it can definitely blend a little bit. But because of the difference of the carving texture that it has, it helps make it stand out more. And then I did pick up this big, huge coffee table book. It's from John Durain. I'm definitely not pronouncing that right, so I apologize. It is gigantic. This is normally $80, and I think I got it for $35 with the Prime Day. So definitely, I will have it linked down below. Hopefully it's still available, but this is the actual cover to it, the dust cover, but the regular cover is beautiful as well. But I thought for summer, this would look so good. Now, of course, it would not be a Laugh Love Langella video if there were not some florals in the mix. So I definitely am trying to keep it very reined in with the florals and not overdo it, because I already have the entryway across from here. I have my coffee table arrangement, and I don't want it to feel like you're getting suffocated by florals. But I have this beautiful neutral Pottery Barn vase, and these florals are from Prestige Botanicals, and I have a few different colors in here for some variation, but we're going to give some height to the space, a pop of color, but also help fill out how tall this bottom section is.
Next to it, I'm styling this wooden carved book stand that I found antique shopping, and I'll be pairing it with this book all about florals that I have opened up to some actual purple lilacs to help tie it in with the stems as well. For coffee table books, I generally source them for Amazon just for convenience, but Home Goods does tend to have a lot of the home decor books as well, and sometimes even cheaper than Amazon. But for sourcing my actual vintage and antique finds, I love to shop my friend Kate's Etsy Gray on Elm. I also love making trips to Golden Oldies to check out what beautifully curated antique items they have, and any local antique stores as well.
To this basket, I'm going to add some different wooden stamps. These I all got from Golden Oldies, and they had so many different ones. Some of them have a handle on the back, some of them don't. You can always pull these off of it as well, but I figured that this would give a nice layered look that adds some texture. I would love to get more of them than this, but this is just what I have on hand. Now I'm gonna add another piece of art here because this one's very open and I want to add some height as well. So I have this small easel from McGee & Co. This is the size small. And then I have this floral bouquet art print. This was from Hearth and Hand last year, but that way we're introducing a different shape because between the books and the other frames, everything's very angular, and I want to add some softness with the oval frame. To add some more height on this side, I'm adding this antique candle holder that I found with a taller pillar candle. And then a styling element that's also functional is this scalloped glass box with some matches in it. I got this idea from Hannah Naylor some time ago, but I love that you can see the coffee table book through it. In a practicality way though, I'm not lighting this candle because the shelf is right above it, but it gives a styling element that doesn't look forced, it looks natural. And if I have other candles throughout the room, I can still use these, but I like that you can see through to the book cover. So moving on to the other side, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab these bigger foundational items. I want to have balance between both sides, but not copying both sides. So I want chemistry, I want cohesion, but I don't need to have the exact same things on one versus the other. This candelabra was from Pottery Barn. It is no longer available, unfortunately. I've gotten so many questions about it. If for some reason I see it restocks, I will be sure to share the link, but I thought this was so beautiful. I did get it on sale, but it was still worth the price because I have not come across anything quite like it.
And on the other side, I'm adding these beautiful brass containers from Golden Oldies. They are fully functional, which is really great. So while they are a beautiful decorative element, I could also use them as storage for little things that I have that need a home. But I just love these, and I like pairing the two of them together to make a statement.
Now I have the horse print on the other side. I have actually another one, same frame, different horse, but this is a way of tying the sides in together without truly copying them. You can have repetition with your frames, with a theme of your art or prints that you have. So that way we're tying them in with each other. Don't mind the short struggle happening. I'm going to add these florals for some height, but also give some nice contrast. This vase was from TJMaxx. It used to have this like rope detail on it and I cut it off. And the florals are these beautiful Real Touch hydrangeas from At Home. I love these. They are so gorgeous. I'm excited to use them next year because I got them this year, but I like how the vase is a subtle moment. It's not a showstopper. It's not a statement, and it really helps the florals stand out and add brightness to here. Now I have this bigger easel. It's the same one I used on the other side, so we have repetition, but it is larger scale for a bigger piece of art. So I like how the modern lines of this, again, I like mixing new and old. I like rustic, but I also like modern elements. So I like finding that balance between them. But I found this frame antique shopping, I think a year ago, and I put a digital download in it. This one honestly is a little bit busy for the frame, but I'm working with what I had. But that way we are adding a bigger statement piece down here on the bottom. It's still helping break up all this darkness, and I just love the ornate details of this frame. Now I have this beautiful vase. I love this one. This was from my friend Kate's Etsy shop, Gray on Elm. It is this glazed vase with tiny handles, and it's embossed with this floral print on it. I have never seen anything like it. I bought both of the ones she had because I just could not get over how gorgeous they are. But I'm keeping the florals simpler because this vase is the showstopper in my opinion. So I just have a couple of eucalyptus stems and these teacup roses that were older from Hearth and Hand. And I'm going to place these diagonally from the other hydrangeas. A rule of thumb when it comes to decorating is to style things in threes. You can, if you want to incorporate an element, repeating it 3 times makes it look more intentional than not, so it doesn't look lost in the mix. And also if you have a heavier side over here, counteract it by going diagonally and having a heavier side over there. But we're not going minimal, we're not going maximal, I'm trying to find that fine line. But because I have this floral here, I'm not going to put another one on the bottom. And because it's to the left of this side, I don't want to also put it to the left of this one. I want to give a nice little break between the two. Now we're missing some books for sure. I have this Memories of Home one. I've used this quite a bunch. And this will help brighten up, again, contrasting the shelves, pulling the lighter floral between these two. So we have this here. And then I love this wooden box. I got this from Golden Oldies my very first trip out there. And I love intentional functional decor. So this is really great because if we wanted to hide some coasters or a remote or something, we can put it in here and it's not far out of reach. But I love that it also brings an organic element in the mix with the wood. And I love mixing lighter and darker woods. I'm not afraid of mixing wood tones, as you guys have seen throughout my home, but this one is just such a perfect color tone. And speaking of mixing wood tones, I have this darker wooden pedestal tray to add some height, add that organic element, and give that rustic touch. Now, I really like on the other side how we layered in different books. So I have a couple here that I'm going to put a marble bowl on. And then I have a different mixture of home decor ones that I'm going to place here. And I'm just going to lean them to give them a more like lived in type of look a little bit. I'm trying to decorate a little less structured. I have a tendency of absolute perfection and balance. So I think it just makes it look that much more softer and welcoming. So on this lower part here, I'm going to keep it super simple. I got this Patina Home and Gardens book, and this is without the dust cover on it. This is beautiful. This would look so good on a coffee table, and I love the color tones that they have here. It ties in actually so perfectly with the colors of the built.
And for the finishing touches, I have this stunning and heavy stone bowl that was from Golden Oldies, and I paired that with some faux artichokes. And the very last element to add in another piece of brass is this beautiful bell. And here is a finished look at how the summer styling of our built-ins came together.
So that is going to wrap up today's video, friends. I sure hope you enjoyed seeing the process of how I styled our built-ins. Again, if you missed the transformation before and after video, I will have that linked down below so you can check it out. It is so worth the watch. I definitely jammed a lot of video and footage into a shorter video. This whole thing was under construction for a year. Now, we did not work on it for a year straight. We were also doing the floors and all of other sorts of things in here, but this was so by far worth it. But I hope you enjoyed the process and got some decorating ideas and inspiration. I have a couple more summer videos coming out, and then we are diving straight into fall inspiration. I always love to share things early. The good stuff sells out so fast. You would not believe it. And I know people will sit there and say, but I'm not ready. When you are ready, it's gone. So I digress. Thank you for hanging out with me here today, friends. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.